Hey there. Starting right and staying right saves you time and money is the title of this video. What's that about? It's about business ventures. My name is Cindy Pressler, and I am co-owner of a group called F&P Consulting here in San Antonio, Texas. We are dedicated to helping persons who are interested in the care home slash assisted living industry, with specifically here in Texas falling under the state of Texas regulation codes. Our motto, which I quoted at the first, is start right, stay right, and you'll save time and money. And the reason we did that is because the reason we have that motto is because they're huge keys. It's a huge key to being successful in business, and that is our interest because most of our clients that call us, that's their first question. I'm interested in the assisted living business. Can I make money at it? And my answer is yes, absolutely. And the second question is, well, what do I need to know? And my answer is a lot. And the third question usually is, well, how do I get started then? And the answer to that is, hang on, we're going to talk about that in this video. I love working with people. I love this industry. The industry can be very, very rewarding personally, and it can be very lucrative. So let's talk about some things about how to do all that. What are the answers to all those questions? How do you get there? What do you need to know? That involves a lot of information. Is it a hard business? No, it's not a hard business, but there is a lot of information. But I've always found if you have the information, you can usually solve the problem, right? So learning to ask the right questions, learning who's in the network that can help you, who are your support people, learning how to access resources, all those things are very, very important. So opening a care home in Texas can be very lucrative, but you do have regulations to follow, and you do have some trends and some things to know about. You need to know a little bit about seniors and their families and all those things. I've kind of broken down a little map that I like to use when I'm talking with people. And the first thing I like to talk about is something called the 3 stages of business development. The first stage is called initiate. What is initiate? It's when you're dreaming and thinking. You're initiating in your mind an idea, okay? You're wrapping your head around it, so to speak. So you're thinking about it, and you're talking about it to a few people, and you're dreaming about it, and you're picturing it. And then you start wondering about it. And wondering is where the questions start coming in. Usually that's the next stage, leads right into the next stage, which is called the educate stage. So this is the stage where you're like, okay, I'm thinking about this. I think I really like the idea of it. It feels good. It feels right. I want to know more information. So you start educating yourself. You start gathering some resources and information. You take your talking to people a little bit further instead of just sitting around at coffee group talking about, well, I might do this, or what do you think about this business? You might actually take some time and spend some energy going to talk to some professionals. You might even pay a consultant to ask questions. Just pay a consultant for an hour like you would a lawyer to get some information. They've done a lot of work. Usually they have a lot of experience, and they can maybe save you some time and money just by helping point you in the right direction and answering your basic questions and giving you some ideas to think about. A mentor, a friend in the business, or just another business owner that you have respect for, that you know is successful. Lots of different ways to gather resource. Get on the web. There's a ton of information on the web these days about everything, but there's a lot on there about assisted living in Texas. So you kind of went through the initiate stage. You're walking through the educate stage, and you've decided, you know what, I'm going to take the next step. I'm actually going to get serious about this. That's called the advocate stage. And the reason I call it that is because you need to advocate for yourself. You need to take yourself seriously if you're going to invest time and money into a business venture that you want to be profitable. I don't see any reason why you would invest time and money in something if you didn't want to be profitable. Well, that's kind of, sometimes people look at assisted living and they stop a minute and they go, well, wait a minute. That's about people. That's about caring. That's about a lot of emotional bonding and things like that. How do I couple that with earning money? Well, you want to be accountable to those people that you're serving. So if you want to open a care home and have people come and live, you want to be accountable for what services they're going to get, and are you going to be able to afford to keep your doors open so that they won't have to move again? Very important. Yes, there's a lot of emotion, but it's a good business for that very reason. I had a friend one time tell me that if you're going to be in a business and it's serving God's creation, you're making a good choice. And don't worry about it. Do it right. Treat people right. And all things will come around. But they also come around because you are paying attention to the dollar factor, right? Your cost factors and those things. So it's good to get that education and then start advocating for yourself by continuing that education and building upon it. Within those 3 stages, the 5 W's are also key to helping you get that vision out of your head and out of your heart and onto paper, to create a roadmap that you can follow from start to finish, from opening, from beginning, from building, from researching, from all of that, down the road for whatever your timeline is, to the day you open your doors and admit your first resident. So let's talk about those 5 W's. The 5 W's are who, what, why, where, when, how. So let's look at who. Who am I? You got to have a story to tell. People are all about stories. That's how we connect with each other. So if you're going to have your business, you need a story to tell. Who am I? Why am I doing this? What do I want to be known as? How do I want to attract people to me? How am I going to connect? So that's your who. And why? What's my motivation? What is my motivation? Why am I doing? That's part of your story. And where am I going to go with this? Where am I going to build my building? Or am I going to build a building? Am I going to lease a house? Do I have a home already and I'm going to renovate? Do I want to be in the city? Do I want to be in the country? Lots of things that you need to identify as you're getting ready to build your roadmap. And when? Set a target date for when you want to open your doors and work backwards. There's a wonderful book by Stephen Covey. The title is First Things First. It's good for all time. It's been around a while. I've read it 3 or 4 times at different times in my life. It will help you with a lot of things in your life personally as well as in business. So you start with first things first. And first things first is figuring out, where's my end point? What do I want to see happen at the end of this venture? Okay. And then you work backwards and you set some goals and some dates, and you figure out as you're learning what the action steps are that you need to get yourself to your goal, to your end point. But that, when you do it from the back end back to your present day, your current point of start point, that will help you build a very, very workable map so that you can take one step at a time. Now listen, let me warn you, the dates for all those things during that timeline are probably going to change. Some of them not, and many of them will, because they build on each other. And also when you're in business and you're getting steps done and tasks done, sometimes that's dependent on a contractor or on the weather or on many other factors that life can throw at you. So just know that while your dates may change, your overall goal and your intent does not change. Okay, you just adjust it. You adjust it to life situations and your situation as you go, and it'll be fine. Okay, so why, when, where, who, and then how. How am I going to do this? Well, you've gathered information. Hopefully, you may have hired, or you may have a great mentor, or maybe you've had to hire a consultant to help you. And just remember, that is not an uncommon business expense. for someone who's got experience, who's crossed some of these roads before in their career, and that's why they're in the consulting business now, because they want to take another approach to helping impact the industry, and they're there for you. They are there for you. So there's many different ways to get those things done and to learn what to do: conferences, research on the web, but the very best thing I can encourage you to do is get with someone who knows what that roadmap should look like, that can mentor you and help you along the way. As you can see, this is a business, but it's a feel-good business, okay? It does require commitment, and lots of commitment and lots of understanding and knowledge of regulations, how to get your life safety code, how to get your license, how to do all the things that you need in order to pass a survey from a state surveyor. So I hope that this has helped you a little bit. I hope it's piqued your interest in learning more about your dream. And if it has, give us a call. My number is 210-284-7921. Or you can reach me by email at cindy@carehomeconsulting.com. And you spell that CYNDI @carehomeconsulting.com. I thank you so much for listening. I've enjoyed spending time with you, and I look forward to hearing from you. If we can be of help, we will be. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.